So in today's video, we're going to be tackling my doom room. Ah! Yes, I think we all have one of those in our house somewhere, and mine is way out of control. Now, it's been a while since I filmed this, so I just want to let you know that some of the filming is a little bit off because I originally started this project back when I was first learning how to do YouTube. So some of the angles and other things I have learned from now and do a better job of. But when I was originally filming it, I didn't necessarily know how to do a lot of those things. So keep that in mind when you're looking at it and you're like, why do I just see a body with no head or anything like that? But anyway, I can't wait for you guys to see this one. It was a lot of fun, and I am so thankful that it is done. It is amazing that I can use this room again. But no more spoilers. Let's get to it. All right, like I said, we're going to be tackling the doom room today. So let's go and see exactly what that looks like so we know what we're starting with. Yikes. So I can't really even open the door. This has pretty much become our collection zone for things we just haven't really wanted to put away or to hide because guests were here. And again, I know this looks a lot worse than it actually is. I had a friend come over a while ago. We went through and organized, and actually this whole middle area was completely cleared. And it just kind of, well, what happened is that dresser there used to be over there, and there was two stacked, and my husband got one out to hold a TV. And when he did that, this was now in the middle of the room, which then invited other things to be a part of the middle of the room. And this being placed there made it hard to go to the closet, which then made me want to go there less. So things I could put in there didn't end up there. And like I said, it just continued to get worse and worse. And now that the door's open, of course, the cats want to come in. So we're going to start with something easy. And like, I'm a crafter, so this kind of stuff's normal. Just things to hold on to for other projects. But I'm going to start with these two boxes here. I already sorted them before. One is trash, one is recycling. So I'm just going to start off with an easy, quick win. And yeah, so let's start by taking those two boxes out and dealing with them. So first side quest has been completed. It may have also included taking out my overflowing garbage and recycles and also cleaning out the cat litter since I was taking the trash out anyway. But that's all done. Oh my gosh, my hair. I am so sorry, guys. Not a good hair day. Anyway, so that side quest is done. Now, I think the next thing I want to tackle, looking at my room, alright, so now I can actually fully open my door, which is wonderful. I think, so I have some puzzles that I haven't done yet in this room just because I didn't know where to put them because I didn't finish them, and on my shelf has only been puzzles I finished. So I think that's a little ridiculous. I think I'm just going to go put them on my shelf with the rest of my puzzles. And I also think what I want to do is I have a bunch of art supplies here, and I have a spot for art supplies already in the other room. I'm going to take those out as well and organize those. So let me first go grab my puzzles, put them on the shelf, and then we'll grab art supplies and try to put those away. Alright, so let's start putting these puzzles on the shelf. I think they'll all, like you said, I wish I had a better way of denoting which ones I have and haven't done. But also, I decided to give up on this project. I don't even think I showed it in the video. It's just, they're too far gone. My, pretty much all of them split. Get closer. Pretty much all of them split right near the hole. So even if I were to mend it, they're pretty much gone anyway. Like, it would just kind of fall through again and be another problem. So these I'm gonna get rid of. Since they're bamboo, I can just throw them straight in my garden. I'll have to take off the metal bits, but I can just throw them in my compost bin, which is what I'm gonna do. Poster should go with all my other posters. Okay. That is another long one. It would fit up this way. Hoping I can fit all these over here, and then I can tell easily which ones I've done and haven't done. Hopefully they fit. I think there's a few more besides this. This one puzzle has been causing me so much problems. Maybe I just put it over here for now. Sure. I think I might have a few more, but not too many more. Oh, those ones I could stick vertically now. This one's a funky one. Maybe that will be this way. These little guys I know I've done. Maybe they'll put up here. Oh, no. Ever so slightly too short. All right, I'll just have to remember these two here that I've done. And then these guys can kind of just fit up here for now. And I know I have more. My parents gave me a bunch of childhood puzzles in like bags. I don't know why they got rid of the boxes. I couldn't tell you. I would never have gotten rid of the boxes because you can tell like what they're for and they look nice. So I don't know. I did one of the ones in the bag and it was missing a lot of pieces, so I don't have high hopes for the rest of these. But I know I always took good care of them, so I don't know what happened. Somewhere in translation I got lost. Anyway, there we go. Quest number 2 done. Side quest number 2. All right, let's go to side quest number 3. Great. Side quest number 3 is putting these art supplies away. So again, I don't know if you can tell already, I started with easiest first. It's always the best thing to do when you're tackling a large project. Start with things that are easier. Now, like I said, my doom room was already pre-organized, and I know most people's doom room is not. If it's not, what you need to do is first make broad categories and put things in the broad categories. So you're kind of seeing like the second step of it, which is now doing stuff with these broad categories you already made. So I still think it's insightful, even though I don't have a true from beginning to end, but I still think it is helpful to see what it looks like to go and organize a doom room. All right, so I have some sponges. Let's just categorize because I don't even know what's in here. Some oil paints that look like they've seen better days. Some of them still feel okay. So others I'm not sure. I haven't really oil painted much, but I would like to try it. I have some knives. These are water holders. What kind of pencils are these? Okay, these are watercolor pencils. Some more putty knives. Watercolor, let's throw that with watercolor. Little itty bitty palettes. Honestly, I should just throw this out. I'm never gonna use this. Way too small. These ones, fine. This, never. I don't know how I feel about this. We'll hold it for now and decide later. So that can go over there. This palette can also go over there. You can tell a lot of these things are well loved. Watercolor pencils, oil painting grounds. I had an oil painting somewhere. Oh, that was this box. Chalk pastels, more chalk pastels. You just regular colored pencils? I'm gonna assume regular colored pencils because they don't say anything else. Yeah, regular colored pencils, more regular colored pencils. We got some charcoal, more rubbing sticks, more charcoal. Yeah, when I was in college, I would always shop in the art supply section and see what they had because I knew it was better quality stuff than elsewhere. More charcoal. Oh, these are ink pens. Got a little figure. I think I'll just keep that with the drawing stuff. Here's a little pencil case. Maybe I'll keep that with charcoal stuff. Oil pastels. Put that next to the other thing. Little stretchy things that looks like a cat ate some of it. These are for canvases, so maybe I'll throw that with paint, although I don't think I really deal with canvases too much. This is watercolor. Here's ink. That was the stuff. And then what kind of paint is this? Oil. Ooh. Okay. So actually, I have a good amount of oil stuff. I don't even know when or where I got these. There's a lot of colors there. These are fresh. I should probably try oil. It was one of those things where I never tried it, but I've always wanted to. I've always liked painting. I found it a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I haven't done too much painting since high school when I took all the art classes. I really enjoyed it a lot though. All right, so here are my bins. So this one is all paintbrushes and things like that. I probably should go through this as well. Paint markers, but I don't feel like I have the energy to do that today. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't feel the energies to go and do that. So I'm just gonna throw the things that should be in here, which would be, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I just get rid of this because I usually use a little glass jar now. But who knows, just in case, we'll hold on to it. I'm gonna throw those in there, and putty knives can go in here. Okay, so that I believe is everything that's supposed to be in this box. It's just paintbrushes and, oh, I guess sponges are technically in here too. So let's throw these sponges in. These I actually think I got for something else completely, but it's fine. They can go in there. All right, and then this one is all acrylic paints. So I don't think, yeah, nothing in here goes in there. So that's that. Okay. This top one is colored pencils. Just a weird smattering of colored pencils. So let's add these in, and I think I'm gonna put as well because I don't have too many more categories. I might just do pretty much anything like drawing. So these chalk pastels, the oil pastels, these charcoals. And I was thinking about putting watercolor in there, but I do have a watercolor box. So I'm going to throw those in the watercolor box. I think that would make more sense given the categories I kind of am making. All right, so these are not quite fitting. So I'm going to use this actually. Let's take them out of here. And hopefully I'll remember because I have them with these that is what that is. I need to just take those out and put them with. Let's put all these in one. Okay, those are all going in one. And we'll keep this like this. I'm pretty, that needs to go in there. This can go over here, and then my drawing guide can go in there as well. All right, this is trashes. Oh, should I put, no, I think this will go, I have another spot. I think I know where that will go. All right, let's combine. Yeah, I do think this is a very important step to show because I feel like it's easy to set the general categories, but there's the step after that, which is doing like actually fulfilling what those categories are and putting them away. And sometimes for certain people, me included, that can be the hardest part because for me, I love sorting. Like I like making categories. I like putting similar things together. I don't like then putting them away. I feel like that's the hard part. Like I have piles all over the house of things and I have no problem with that and I know where everything is. It's like actually putting away the piles into a designated spot. That's where it can be overwhelming for me. So having some accountability, like before I had my friend come help me to go, oh, I forgot these. My friend come help me and this time I'm using you guys as accountability. It really helps with that because sometimes you just need that extra push to do the things you don't like doing. And again, for me, it's actually physically putting it away where it goes. And I think that's a good thing to note too, because not everyone struggles with the same things in life. We all have things we prefer and don't prefer to do. That is good. Done. Trash bag is growing. And then this is just watercolor, which is gonna add my watercolor pencils and little palettes to it. I probably also should grab watercolor brushes from in my brushes and put them in here. But I'm not going to. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Because you guys are watching, so I don't want you to see how lazy I am. So it's funny how that works, isn't it? Okay, so I think I should put a little jar in here for water because yeah, I have more than one jar in my. I think these are. I don't know. These are any type. I don't know if I have like a lot of watercolor specific stuff. I don't think I do. Yeah, I really don't think I do. That might be it. But we'll just at least throw some water holder in there. Now it's a usable box. So now I know too, I probably could get more watercolor brushes. That's something I've been doing a little bit more and I've been enjoying it. And I guess I'll need a container for oil painting because I don't have anything for it. Though I love how nicely these fit. Let me check my final bucket. This is craft paint. I think I inherited literally all of these from mother/grandmother. I use my projects and sparkles. Um, yeah, like this is real bad paint from a craft kit. But if I ever need junk paint, that's where I'm going. Maybe I'll throw the oil stuff in here and slap a label on it so I know I threw it in here. Because I didn't even know I had oil paint. Do you think we should try a Bob Ross painting together? That could be a lot of fun. I've never oil painted, and I'm sure Bob Ross is the perfect teacher to teach me how to do it. So maybe we'll do a fun little Bob Ross paint along. Do you think you guys would enjoy that? Oh God, that's heavy. That one's heavy. And just like that, pretty much done. Just gotta put these away. Okay. And my ink. Does anyone else have an artist have like problems with where to stick like random drawings and things you've done? Actually, some of these aren't even mine. because I used to do a lot of art time with friends, and yeah, so this is like a bunch of markers and things that I do for like I feel like those stuff was mostly just painting it with the exception of the colored pencils, but I'm not much of a colored pencil person. But we'll put the ink in here because this is like my sketchbook stuff, and maybe I'll just throw this in here because there's room. Not really. A little bit of room. But actually, this box is just full of everything I got from Sketchbox. I did a subscription for a while. I really enjoyed it, and I stopped it mostly because I felt like I had a good mix of a little bit of everything. And I like that because it gives me like a limited palette to work with, so I'm not overwhelmed with too many options. So yeah, I did a whole bunch, and it was like a few years ago. You can even see the sketchbook ones. I think I did about a year, which is nice. So I have my supplies. I love that they're random colors and they're small color palettes. And I feel like this is a nice, you can even see sketchbook. By the way, they are not a sponsor. I just bought their subscription once like 3 years ago for like a year. But I do like them. They give you some nice quality stuff. Yeah, like I said, I like the limited palette. It gave me more inspiration towards like what I could do with specific things, and I didn't have to go out and find the products myself, which I probably wouldn't have bought most of them because they would have flew under my radar, or I wouldn't want to buy like a whole set of stuff. But getting like one or two colors, yeah, that's cool. All right, let's take care of the trash. I got an empty shoebox now. Quest 3 completed. All right, so now we have a half a box done. We can close the door, and we got this little gap here. Don't mind those over there. I got them as a gag gift and never gave them out because it wasn't a good idea. And it's still not a good idea, and I probably should get rid of it. Anyway, so I think next project I might tackle. So this box and that box are all office supplies from when I used to be a teacher. I think maybe I can tackle some of those. The hard part is I don't really know where to put office supplies in my house. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But I think there's some things I can delegate and figure out. Like, I don't need like 5 staplers, figure out how many I want to keep in spots for those. I think some can go on the office downstairs, where the desk is, and some of them can probably go. Well, we'll just see. So I'm going to take those out and let's sort through them. I also wanted to do these easy ones as well before I jump into that. So I have these 2 bags, which are going to Goodwill. One has clothes, one has fabric for when I cleaned out my fabric that I don't want. I'm going to go put those back by the door. My husband wanted them out because we were going to have guests over and it didn't look nice. But I'm going to put that back in front of the door. And I also have this bag completely filled with yarn that my friend dropped off and gave to me. I think I'm actually going to put that on my shelf. So I'm going to just put it up here on my shelf. And this way, when I have room for more yarn, when I use more of this, I can just quickly put it out. It's not nice, but it sort of blends into the wall. And maybe seeing it there all the time would be motivation to actually get rid of it and do stuff with it. So yeah, I might end up putting it in the closet if I have, when I finally get to the closet. But for now, I think it can set up here with the rest of the yarn. I can't really put it on until I start using more of this, which I'm working on. I have a project right here, which I'm working on. So let's go put those away. So here's all the office supplies. Again, I'm not really sure where to start. I don't know where a lot of this should go in my house, but I need to start figuring it out. And even if it's maybe getting a see-through tub where I can stick all of it and condense down to that, I feel like that would be a good win. Because it's fine to have extra bonus office supplies. It's just, how many extra do you want? All right, so I got a bunch of Post-it notes. Those are helpful. I think I should do, maybe I'll do like, I don't want to do one of each. I'll do like 2 or 3 colors downstairs and maybe 2 or 3 colors upstairs. And then the rest can go in storage somewhere. Actually, do I have any up here? No, I just have the baby ones up here. Okay, and then these can be in the storage bin, which might end up being this bin that I have here. We'll find out. I don't want to look at that. All right, hole puncher. I don't think I have a hole puncher yet at my house, so I'm going to put this with the rest of my upstairs supplies. That one's pretty easy. So I feel like I'm going to have an upstairs pile and a downstairs pile. Let me fix my couch. Oh my goodness, how messy am I? Okay, so first couch is downstairs, second couch is upstairs. I got a bunch of note cards. And again, I should probably have a stack somewhere. Not sure where exactly I would want it. And then the rest, so let's take one stack. I think a stack upstairs should be good. And the rest should go in storage. Insect repellent. Fans. I don't know. I don't even know if this worked. I probably should just get rid of this, but I do like that it's lime green. Maybe I'll just put this with my jewelry. So that'll be bedroom. Got a whole bunch of number 2 pencils. I don't use wood pencils. I usually so this I want to donate. I'm probably going to donate to a school that needs supplies. So pencils go there. Here is more note cards. Just add to my note card pile. And I do use them periodically, so I have 2 more boxes of pre-sharpened pencils. I was a prepared teacher. I always had a bunch extra. This will also go in the donate to school somewhere that needs supplies. Got really old box of crayons. I have a little coloring section in my house. Maybe I'll stick it with that. Does it? Okay, labels are good. Labels are helpful. That'll go in my storage container for you. This looks like a car. Okay, yeah, this is to mount your phone holder for your car. I don't need this. This is trash. Note cards. You're gonna see a lot of those, by the way. I have stylus. Again, was great, especially during COVID. Where do I want to put this? Because it might still be helpful to have a stylus every once in a while, especially like drawing and stuff on a device. So much easier with the stylus. I think maybe I'll just put it in storage. Hard drive. This is going downstairs. Crayon sharpener. I don't know. We'll stick it with the crayons. Lizard that a student made for me. I don't know. It is pretty cute. See, this is why it's so hard. You come across things like this and it just throws you for a loop and you're like, what do I do? This is a hard decision. I'm just going to set this one aside for a while and think about it longer. More note cards. I feel like I have plenty at this point, so maybe I'll put this in the donate. Oh, this is a screen protector from my phone. This needs to go with my other... Wait, this is not from my phone. Maybe it's from my husband's phone. I have a spot for screen protectors, and let me go put this one away. I don't want it to get cracked. It's very vulnerable. I'm more surprised that it didn't get cracked in there. Watercolored pencils. These don't look like good ones, though. These look pretty cheap. I think I'm just going to put that also in the donate. I don't know why I would have watercolor pencils in there. Crazier. Washable markers. Maybe I'll hold on to one of those for the coloring stuff. Because I like to keep some of that for my nieces and nephews when they come over. Same with the markers. Maybe I'll keep one of the skinny Crayola. Donate the other ones. More crazy art. Donate those. Ooh, dry erase markers that have not only the eraser on the one end, but they're also magnetic. Keeping these. I have a whiteboard. I guess in storage because I have enough right now, but whiteboard markers never last long, you know. You know how it is. All right. Pink erasers. Hate these things. Donate. Big Crayola markers. Oh, I got 2 different colors. One that has bright colors and one that's classic colors. Maybe I'll keep those and get rid of the crazy arts because I'm pretty sure the crazy arts are not as good. Or maybe they are. I don't know. We'll keep one of each. Bold and bright colors. Is that the same one or is it different? Bold colors. Let's look at the color swatches. No, they're different. There's definitely colors that are not, that are in this one that are not in that one. You know what, maybe I'll just hold on to all of them because I'm crazy. I can get a little tub, put them aside, and like I said, nieces, nephews, whatever, when they come over, they can color. They'll enjoy it. Oh, we got big crayon box. And maybe I'll keep the big crayon box. Donate the, well, my little one's garbage. Crayons get broken all the time. We can keep them. Oh, this is a ticket note book. I used quite a bit of it, but it's still got a lot of life left. So I'll just keep it with the upstairs one. I'll probably more likely use that. These little guys. These are fun. I like to make I would make like little objects out of them. This is like cardstock, but I like that they're small. So if I wanted to like draw, like make like a little calculator or something, I would make one on here using the colors. It was nice, but I think I could do that around my house too for, you know, just labels instead of just boring labels. Maybe I can do actually something fun. I'll put this, I have a collection of colorful cardstock. I'm going to put that with that. Let's see, pens, lots of fun colors. I wish I knew I had these before I went and bought pens. Well, actually, I did know I had them. They were just at school at the time when I went and bought them. So it's fine. We'll put them in the long-term storage. Next. Sharpeners. Don't need those. Or do I? No, I don't use regular pencils. Those are gone. Ooh, mechanical pencils. Keeping these. Love mechanical pencils. Labels. Yes. Storage. Ooh, these I really like. I don't know if anyone used these before, but they're like little tab dividers, and you can put them, stick them on any like piece of paper. These are wonderful. I use them for like all types of things. They're great, and I like that you can peel them off too, like so you're not like normal tabs. If you write on them and something permanent, you have to keep them there, and then you're constantly looking at them, but you don't want to waste the entire thing because it's still good. But with these, you can just peel them off, have it. Again, it might just be a me problem, but peel them off, have a new one. I also love the colors of them. They're pretty. Correction tape. Yep, whiteout tape. Keeping that. Oh, I have some, I forget what these are called. You can see how wide something is. Oh, calipers, right? Yeah, we got some calipers. I could actually use these. These are probably just like cheap ones. They're not metal or anything, but hey, if they work, they work. Let's keep one upstairs, one downstairs. One can go in the toolbox, one can stay up here. I can constantly use it. Lid. Yes, yes, yes. Also, why do they call it lead? Because it's graphite, isn't it? Graphite? Like, why do they call it lead? Because it's very misleading, and then everyone thinks that this is like the element lead, and it's not. Why do we do this to ourselves? This is how a lot of misunderstandings happening. I know it's a lot, but at least I don't have to ever buy it again. Does it match my pencils? That's a good question to ask. Yes, it matches my pencils. Those are staying. My favorite eraser, those are staying. I feel like we all have preferences with stuff. Okay, we got more labels. Again, those can stay in the box of stuff. Ooh, black Sharpies. You know, I like to have one of these literally everywhere because you never know when you need a black Sharpie. So yeah, these are definitely staying in the house. Like have them with my craft stuff, have it with like my regular pencils, have it in my kitchen, have it like every single place possible because you always need a black Sharpie to write on something. I don't know why, you just do. It's a thing. It's a thing. Whiteout, sure. Okay, but I'm not a fan of regular whiteout, but sometimes the tape doesn't work very well on certain surfaces, so nice to have another option. Thick pens, sure. Those are always solid ones. Ah, got a, I forget what they're called. Oh, okay. Well, things are not in here, but it's fine. Probably put this with my niece and nephew coloring stuff. Got more colorful pens. Sounds good. Can never have too many colorful pens. They die all the time. Big thick markers. I don't really use the thick ones. I can't really think of a reason why I would need big thick markers anymore. So I'm going to put that in the donate to a classroom. Ooh, these are some nice juicy highlighters. I'm gonna hold on to these. And then I have labels from my craft stuff, but these are like old ones and I made much nicer ones, so I think I'm just gonna trash those. Alright, so now I can use. Let me go clean this out. Let me go clean it. I wish it had a lid. Lids are better. Let me go check. I do have in my gym room a pile of bins to be used for storage. No, I don't have another similar. They're all much too small. And I feel like my big ones are just too big. Yeah, I don't want to use my giant ones. Alright, so for now, I'm just going to repurpose this bin. I think I might go get a bin with a lid because ideally, I would like to have a bin for extra office supplies in my house somewhere. It's just nice to know where it is. But I don't have a bin right now. So we'll just put it all in nicely. Try to organize it somewhat. Got all these pens over here. These are like labels, cards. I got little things sticking out. This doesn't quite go in there, but I think it'll be. I'm just gonna put this on my desk. All right. Now I got this thing to tackle. All right, this is mishmash of clips and paper clips, and I know there's more. These got knocked over several times, and when they were in my desk, they were very organized, but they are no longer. All right, we have some already started stick-it notes. I'm just gonna stick those in to use it. I have a nice flat hole puncher. I think I'm gonna hold on to it and just keep it in long-term storage. It'll be useful when it's useful. My scientific calculator. I bought a new one as a teacher because I love to program on it. It was always fun. I just was really bad at charging it, but this one I think was easier to charge than most of them. And I like that I could customize the plate. Like I said, I'm not a pink person, but I couldn't resist. So this I would like to use and all that. So I should just put it on my desk and figure out how to charge it. Because I think this one does get charged. I don't think it uses batteries. This is the file that went bad. Very scared. Alright, we have things to inflate balls. The needles. I might just stick that in there. Although, actually, this should probably go in like miscellaneous house supplies. Ah, I know where this clip should go. Oh, is this the plug to charge the calculator? I didn't remember seeing a USB-C plug, but I don't know what else would this be for. I don't think so, but I don't know why else this would be in here. Alright, TBD. Oh, this just has erasers and eraser bits in it. Fun! Like, literally, like the little circle top erasers. And I think I just held on to them because when they run out, it would be nice to have replacement ones. Alright, got a bunch of ring clips that someone gave me at some point. I think you could actually do some pretty fun projects with these. Not sure what, but I think this can go in my craft stuff. But in sort elsewhere pile. Alright, got. Ooh. Oh, this is a smart pen that I used on my Chromebook. So I'm going to put that with stylus. Got some pencils. I'm just going to throw them in my pencil drawer upstairs since they're already started. Ton of magnets. I could throw them on my fridge. Maybe I'll just throw them that way because I have like not many, so it might be good. Another sticky note with the sticky notes. Just about one at a time. Alright, clip can go with my craft stuff. I have tons of things to remember: Rubik's Cubes, notes, This I probably could just throw out. It was to make like radial bracelets. It was a fun thing that one of my students wanted to do, and it was cool because it tied into, degrees and circles and all that. It was a fun tie-dye activity. So I don't know. Do I hold on? I could keep this with my friendship bracelets. It'll be fine. We'll just hold on to it for now. Little container. It's gonna go in empty containers. Hole punchies. Oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you sticking like this? Oh, you're missing the thing that kicks you out. Because there's usually something in the middle that kicks you out. Right? So this one's, I guess, recycling. It's metal. This one's fine though. That can go into a same with this. Got some rolly tape. These are awesome. I love them. Definitely holding on to those. Some extra staples that can go in extra supply. Well, this was a neat pen. It has, whoops, a bunch of little bits it's actually not even a pen. It's like a screwdriver. And it's got magnetic on the top and a bunch of little tips. This one's cool. I think it's like misleading because it looks like it's a pen. You know what? I'll keep this on my sewing thing. All right, so another container empty. This is such a pain. Oh, this goes elsewhere in the house, so that can join the elsewhere in the house pile. Okay, blank piece of cardboard, recycled. Photo of me in kindergarten that someone gave to me because they were my teacher. This should go somewhere sentimental. I guess I have a sentimental spot in my house, so we'll put that in there. More lead and lead that's started. Yeah, we'll put it in a spot upstairs. Got ripper for things. Sticky tack, which is hard because of... Alright, let's see. I'll continue softening it up. Got a pen. This can go in my craft stuff, actually. That works fine. Oh goodness. So I have... Actually, I really want this holder. And there's a ton of pens inside. Oh goodness. I don't currently have room in my house for all these pens. I don't want to get rid of them. I think I'll just put them in a regular bag and then throw them in my long-term storage. So let me go get a regular bag because I do want to use the zipper pouch. And I'm sure most people would go through the pens, and I'm just not at a stage where I'm ready to do that, and that's what that is, and it's okay. Next, more whiteouts. We got more paper clips and other clips. I think I do want to actually use this to store at least a certain size one, probably my smaller ones, and take out the paper clips. So let me go do that. Okay, we'll just put all the little ones in here. But they seem to fit pretty good. I like that it's a closed container too. Now, do I need all these? Most likely not. But they're fun to play with. Maybe I should have sorted a little bit. I don't think I like these white ones. I don't even know why they're in there, because I didn't buy the white ones. I bought all the fun, colorful ones. But I like to look at them. Can I fit them all in here? I don't know. I'm gonna try. And I'm also not sure how this video is coming out. I'm scared to see that you guys might have been watching like the couch the whole time. Oh no, it's okay. I probably should have not kept the box in front where you can't see anything, but we'll live and learn. Okay, so this is done. That can be one whole container. Sticky tack, put in there. I have some really, really fun clips. I got some push pins and other pins. I don't know if I'll ever need these, but for now, I'm just going to hold on to them. Same with paper fasteners. There's some really fun projects you can do with those. Actually, you know what? I have So I am going to sort through all my little things, and I wonder if I should keep these separate for that and find like a nice spot for them. And I guess I could technically do that for these things as well. This one's kind of found its container, but maybe I'll keep those separate, and then I can find a more proper home for them. Sorry, not finding words. Okay. Oh, we got some nice pens. I wish I would have had this when I was doing my other stuff, but that'll go in with like the charcoal and stuff that I just did. More paper clips. Actually, this is a good solution for paper clips. Can I fit the remaining paper clips in there? Sort of. Now, the real question is can I shake them in? Ha! Paper clips closed, and I'll keep that again in those little side. There's more paper clips. Right. Yeah. My friend was very kind and grouped a bunch of these for me already. Thank goodness. Make a lot of things easier. Thank you, my friend. I love you. I don't tell you enough. And you know who you are. Maybe you watch this one. I'm gonna keep that with that. Getting close, sort of. All right, we got scissors. These ones are really nice. These ones are not so nice, but I like that they're big. Kids kind of destroyed them a little bit. But this one I probably can put with a craft project, like a craft bag. Like it could even go in this and then be used for that. These other ones, maybe I'll keep one downstairs, one upstairs. Oh no! Well, I got a bunch of rubber bands. These are for tie-dye, so this I do need, and I'm glad it's all together. But that's got to be sorted through later. Couple of clips that found their way out. And I'm glad my friend was kind and put the rubber bands in enclosed storage because that should help prevent them from drying out. Thank you, my friend. You were the best once again. Squeeze one more paper clip into the paper clip thing. Huzzah. Alright, we have some highlighters. I think that also can be put in the right now currently used ones. Alright, so I finished going through all that stuff and found out my camera died. Fortunately, though, I checked and it was just the last little bit, and you guys should be very happy because the pens and the markers that were all in that bottom was the hardest part for me to do. And basically, I just decided to just sort them by type, and then when I go to use them, if they're no good, I'm just going to throw them out. I'm not checking each and every one. Like, there's no way. That just is not going to happen. And I just wanted to give you an overview of where I'm at the end before I start putting things away. So let me go and do that. So for that last little bin that was at the bottom that had all pens and everything, because I was able to empty it out, now I have a nice container and I put all the oil paint in there. And then apparently I had oil paint pens as well. I figured we'll just throw them with oil paint. So now I have an oil paint bin, which is nice. And this goes well with my other containers I already had. So that is this one right here. This portion of the couch is things that are going to my basement. I ended up finding a container to put whiteboard markers in. It does have some magnetic strips, so I think it might stick to it. It probably won't be enough to hold it up because there's a lot in there, but I could just throw it under our bar for now, and at least they're all together in a close container. This one here is stuff that is going upstairs in my house somewhere, mostly office supplies and all of that. And then this pile is miscellaneous around the house. So that's going to take a little bit of time to do. Over here, I have all the little things. I feel like I want to organize these in a way that's useful and helpful. So I'm going to stick this to a future day because I'm done for today, but I do have a day where I have a bunch of little items that I want to categorize and find homes for. So when I go and do that, I'm going to also tackle this part of the project. Sorry for the wire. This is my donation pile to other schools that need it. It's not as big as I thought, but I still have more stuff potentially in the room that I might add to it. So we'll just hold this as a by the door with my Goodwill stuff, and when I go through the rest, I'll figure that out. We have the bin of office supplies, the long-term one, so this is all the extra stuff. I feel like I actually did pretty well. There's just a little bit of everything. I might be a little heavy on pens and pencils, but I think it should be fine. When I go through them, but I have plenty and I should never have to buy any more again. And I think this is a nice manageable box. If this had a lid, I would keep it as is, but I think I might go and buy a container of similar size, maybe a little bigger because not everything fit in there. Like some things are a little bit taller than it. I'll probably get a bin about this size to house office supplies in, and this way it can be stored and I don't have to worry about anything getting in there like dirt or anything like that. Then we have I just sorted pens and pencils. So these are all my Sharpies, these are all the pens, these are all the highlighters. Again, I'm just going to keep them kind of in bins like this, and when they get used, if they are good to go, they'll stay, and if they are old and need to be thrown out because they don't work, then I will do that. And then over here, this is just a pile of stuff for my nieces and nephews. So now I'm just going to take the big task of putting all this stuff away where it goes. Doesn't seem like a lot, but I feel like it's going to take quite a bit of time. Right, and this is how we're looking after day one. I actually have a little bit of a way to walk in my room now. We got that box mostly cleared, and yeah, we haven't done too much progress that way. I think tomorrow we're going to tackle the pile of little things that I would like to organize and have a spot for. Or maybe we'll start even easier with more puzzles that I found and I'm going to put away. I don't know, but I'm done for today. Just wanted to show you what it looks like now versus what it looked like before. So here's a shot of our before and after, and you can really see the difference here. Before we could barely even open the door, and now look, we almost have a full walkway where we can enter the room. So this is such an improvement. Now, I was planning to do this all in one video, but the fact that we're already at an hour into the video, I don't really want to take out any of this information. I feel like we covered a lot of good things about how to tackle processes, especially big ones with a lot of different things. I really go through my thought process of what I'm thinking in the moment, and I feel like it's very beneficial for others to see that as well. Especially with something like this, like tackling a doom room, there is so much information being thrown at us and so many different decisions that have to be made. And I feel like I really show that process very well here. Now, a lot of times you'll see me like not even go into things, and it's because the main goal was to keep going forward and progressing. So if I had the energy to go and organize, like when you saw with my colored pencil bin, like I was all for that. I was able to do that. I went and cleared it out and organized it. But in some of the other cases, it was just better to just throw it in the container and then deal with it at a future time. And that's okay because it's where it's supposed to be. It's put away. It might not be fully organized, but it's still in the right location. So when I'm looking for it, I can find it. At the end of the day, that's all you're really looking for is being able to find the things you're looking for when you're looking for them. So again, I think we made super great progress today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you're looking forward to part 2. So that is it for this week. I love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up today. I can't wait to see you in the next one when we continue working on the Doom Room. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please comment. Let me know what rooms you're tackling in your house. Let me know if you have a Doom Room that you've been putting off, and maybe if this has helped you consider actually cleaning it. I would love to hear all about it. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Hi, Chi. Bye, Chi. Hold on. She likes to play with pachinko balls, otherwise known as tiny ball bearings. Are you Chi, I have your ball, silly. Over here. Hi. Take it that way.